So I forgot to tell y'all about my experiences here. Well, first of all, on the way home, well, no, let me take that back. When I'm sitting in the parking lot, I was eating my snack before I went home. All I could smell was patchouli. I hate patchouli. I can't stand the smell of it. So I know that there is a spirit around me when I smell patchouli. I'm talking about female spirit now. It just sucks. Marjorie Austin, you know I don't like patchouli. Don't you ever get it for me or you're fired as my friend. I hate that stuff. So anyway, I'm on my way home, minding my own business. Then I feel a cold chill, like a cold spot on my back on the way home. I'm like, oh hell no. I know, I know damn good and well that I saged myself before I left. I brought up some energy and stomped my feet. I said my prayers. I surrounded myself in light, so there was no reason for that cold chill. It was like somebody had taken an ice block and put it up against my back, and I'm driving, and I'm like, oh no, nope, y'all. I keep Hallowwood my car. I keep my lighter in my car, and don't think that I wasn't driving and lighting it up at the same time. And I didn't care if Popo pulled me over either for all the smoke that was in my car. I cracked the window and all the smoke rolled out. And I was like, if I see a state trooper, I just don't care right now because I knew I had taken all the precautions, needless to say, it left. So yesterday's experience was I was in the living room and my house isn't that big. Like my living room and dining room are combined together. It's almost like a cottage. That's what I call it, the cottage house to me. So anyway, I see something go past me real quick out the corner of my eye, but then when I whip around, it like pushed me out of the way, and it was a boy, definitely a little boy, 7, 8 years old. And I know I wrote it, but it's better when I verbally tell you, explain it that way. So it was the whole figure was black, the outfit and everything, and I'm like, I always do it. Did that really just happen to me? Did you really just push me out the way? So I get my little composure because y'all, even though I see spirit every single solitary day of my life, even though I see it, it still, it sets me back. It's a throwback. Let me change the subject real quick. Just like I went over to that little cemetery in Yorktown, it's a little tiny one. I knew there was something there. I knew it. Innocently doing a little EVP reading, walking around. All of a sudden, this man steps in behind me and he is in a gray uniform. And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not really good with my history. I'm not. I'm sorry. But he was in a he was in a gray uniform. He his face was kind of red, but it was weathered like he had been in the cold. Um he had gray hair, but the texture of his hair was like SOS Brillo pad. I hate to say that, but that's what it was. It was very rough, and he had like a ham hock. I mean, it was clean, but it wasn't. I can't explain it, but anyway, he was an officer, and he told me that he was when I was in that cemetery. He was behind me, y'all. He was behind me, and he was telling me that he was a like a general or something. Very, very. He was a very studious person, very high up in rank. Like you could just tell how he was walking. It was almost like um I don't know, like a an officer talking to one of their soldiers or something, or at least that's what it felt like. So that was interesting over there. I'm anxious to see what I got on the EVP I took over there because he, was just walking with me and didn't mind that I was there. And he was about, I'm gonna say about 5'8", somewhere around there, 8 or 9. Uh, Not skinny either. very, he was a little chunky. He was a little chunky little man. But you know, he was taller than me. I didn't feel intimidated or anything, but it was just wild because I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the little grave sites and I'm looking at the stone, and then all of a sudden he just came in behind me. I don't know if he was a part of that cemetery or the one across the street, but that was just weird. But I mean, I didn't mind it. It didn't scare me. I didn't feel intimidated or anything like that. It didn't bother me. So anyway, back to yesterday. Cooking dinner. Victor's home already. Cooking dinner. And all of a sudden, I thought Victor was in here because I heard noise. So I figured Victor was in here. And I said, are you going to eat now? Are you going to wait later when your brother comes home? Do you want to eat when he eats? You know, because I get Vicente later. And plain as day, no, I'll wait. And I said, okay, no problem. Because I eat earlier before anybody else does. So I come into this living room. Y'all, I look outside. Victor was outside playing. He was outside kicking his soccer ball. His little trifling tail wasn't even in this house. So I answered a spirit anyway, but it was plain as day. It was so plain. It was, no, I'll wait. You know, like his voice. And this is not the first time a spirit has mimicked his voice. It's not the first time that has happened. I think I've put that in a video before. Whoever it is or whoever it is can mimic his voice, and I'll get up to mom and they're asleep, you know, or I'll be in the shower, something. So anyway, last night was a hard night because I didn't sleep very well, and I'm finding myself getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I try to get to bed early because my sleep is interrupted sometimes. I just wake up and can't sleep anymore. So when I got up this morning, the same little figure, when I got the boys to the bus, the same little figure just whiffed past me so quick. I think who was at Haunted MD posted something about spirits and, you know, how they'll just whiff by you and you feel like it's wind. And I haven't had that happen to me in a long time, but it has sure happened. And it's nicer when I put it on video than it is when I'm sitting here trying to write all this stuff. But rest assured, spirit world is so active. It's not even funny. It's just so active. And I didn't know what happened yesterday, and it was kind of bizarre today too. You know, I don't know. I'm going to have to check the energy of the earth or something. Something's going on where it's stirring a lot of stuff up that I'm seeing. Just like you know, I wrote it driving past Hewitt Plantation today. I drive past that place every single solitary day. Okay, Walt Hurley, I miss him. He was a nice guy, and he was nice to me. And I remember going into his office and saying, "Walt, can you give me a tour of Hewitt Plantation one day, because I know it's haunted." And he smiled at me. He laughed. He thought that was funny. I don't think he believed in spirit world, but he thought that was funny. He was like, "Sure, I'll be glad to give you a tour of the plantation. No problem." He said, "I'll give you a tour of the house and everything." But as y'all know, he passed away and I never got that opportunity. But this morning I saw this apparition, and it was a female, walk right over that driveway. And I was like, oh, let me stop. Maybe I can catch it in a picture, which I didn't. But it just, the fog, it was a perfect setting today. And I tried to get to Yorktown as quickly as I could today too, because that fog was perfect. Like a perfect setting to me for battle and just everything. But I missed it. By the time I got to York County, all the fog had lifted, and that pissed me off because y'all know it lasted a good while this morning. But anyway, I just wanted to post my little experience for the last couple days. I mean, like I said, I see, I don't know what y'all want to call them, spirits, apparitions, dead people. I don't know really what to call it. But that's every single day. It's not something that comes and goes. It's every day. Welcome to my world. But anyway, just wanted to share that with y'all. Like I said, thanks for listening and supporting. And for you non-believers, it's okay. I get that all the time too. It's perfectly fine with me. That's what makes the world a beautiful place, is everybody can be different. So anyway, oh, look, my haircut. Look, I can wear it long whoop, on one side and short on the other. Isn't that cool? I told Nina, I was like, why don't you just, cut it to fit my personality. So she always cuts my hair to fit my personality. Short, long. All right, y'all. Take care. Have a good day. Stay in a positive mindset if you can do that. Not the easiest thing to do. Or you can always, not give up. Beep, beep. All right. Bye.